Hello, so I have had a lot of requests for information on how to use the lymphatic cream and what it's all for. So this is what the jar looks like for the lymphatic cream. It is a pretty big jar. It's 9 fluid ounces and it only takes a small amount. So at this time, I'm not going for the video demonstration. I'm not going to actually use any of the cream, but I'm going to show you as if I was and how I do it. So reasons that we use lymphatic cream is to decrease facial puffiness. It does really help to slim in profile. If you have chronic allergies or sinus congestion, it helps flush that through. Overall, there's a lot of lymph nodes and sinuses throughout your face, so it should help getting all that congestion out. It helps to put it around your ears if you're having chronic ear infections. You can even do this in kiddos to avoid getting PE tubes in their ears. But then also if you're having just a lot of fluid in your ears, sore throat, and then some of the oils in here are also beneficial for your thyroid. So it's okay as you're doing it to run it down your neck also, okay? So first thing we have to do and know is that the lymphatic system all drains and it needs to go through the heart. So every time we're massaging and doing this, it needs to go directly towards the heart. The other thing to remember when doing any type of lymphatic work, whether it's dry brushing with this cream or anything like that, is that the lymphatic system is very superficial. It is just right under your skin. So you don't have to do any type of vigorous massage. It should be very gentle and it's just pushing it through. So I tend to use my 2 middle fingers so that we're applying a soft amount of pressure and not pushing too hard with a thumb or an index finger, okay? So first things first, you always have to kind of open up the drainage pathway. So there's a lot of little lymph nodes that sit right here on top of your collarbone. So I just do little pumps. That's all it takes, just little pumps, 10 times or so. Just kind of pumping to open that drainage up. And then sometimes since I'm already on my neck, I'll just start there. So I'll take a little bit of product, I'll put it all throughout, under my jawline here, back behind the ears, in front of the ears, and just down the neck. And we're just massaging, just very gentle, very light massages. Right now you're just kind of applying the product, and then once it's all kind of it's a little bit of a greasy texture, and that's because you want it to slide and just glide to push that through. So then we're just working it down again, kind of right over that thyroid is good, because that helps keep your thyroid healthy too. And then you're just working it down and towards your heart. So just, again, this is just kind of examples. I'm not actually doing it right now, but if I were doing it, this is about how to do it. And then I kind of just do some little circular once in a while too, just to kind of loosen things up and help promote that flow and keep working it down, 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 okay? And then once I'm kind of done with that neck area, the lymphatic drainage system here is all stimulated and open up. Then I move up and I start at the top and work my way down. So I'll kind of just put it circular motions all over my face in general. And then I start at the frontal sinuses here, and you're just kind of pushing it up and out a little bit. Again, very gentle. There should not be a lot of pressure here. And then we're working it in front of our ears, kind of massaging that through and then pushing it down. Okay, so I'll go do that a couple passes, couple times, massage it through and work it down. There's probably multiple different ways. You can look on YouTube and stuff like that. Everybody might do it a little bit different. This is just specifically how I do it, and the flow that I like, okay? Then I'll do a little bit here. So I'll do a little massage a little bit, kind of some circular motions. And then again, I just push it out and down, push it out and down. Okay, and then I will do a couple little pumps. You have these ethmoid sinuses right on the inner corners of your eye that can get congested. So I do just do a couple quick little pumps right there. I don't put any extra product on at that point because I don't want it that close to my eye. But just with any residual that might be on my fingers, I just push a little bit there and pump it. And then again, flush it through, working in front of the ears, working behind the ears, and then working it down. And then for the rest of the face, it's just kind of a gentle little, the majority of the section, we're just focusing on our sinuses here under our eyes, and then really just working that in front of our ears and behind our ears, and then working that down, okay? I personally do it maybe about 2 times a week, sometimes 1 time a week, just depending if I'm congested or coming down with something. Your lymph node system is part of your immune system. So if you're coming down with something, you definitely need to like flush all that stuff out, so then you can do it a little bit more frequently. Also very important to make sure you're drinking plenty of water when you are using this lymphatic cream, because as you're causing all those toxins and everything to drain out, it can cause you to get dehydrated. So make sure you're really pushing the fluids, okay? Another really common area to use the lymphatic cream would be in the armpits. So same thing, I'll just take like my thumbs or my fingers on the other side and just with keeping my obviously clothes on, just kind of in the crease of your arm where your arm and breast come together. Just kind of doing like a couple little pumps there to open it, and then I just start on the outside and just kind of start massaging in a little bit of a circular motion, and then working that in right across over the breast, okay? And then same thing on the other side, working in a circle and then right across over the breast, okay? Other areas that we get like where we have like a collaboration or a congestion of lymph nodes would be on your abdomen. So you can kind of working that like groin, pelvis, abdomen area. You can do some massage stuff on there. A lot of times with the abdomen, I'll kind of like work it out and then work it like out and up. Over like the belly button region, we work in a clockwise motion. This helps aiding in digestion. And then right behind your knees, you can get some little congestion there. So doing the same thing, massaging, sorry you can't really see me, but massaging like in a circle and then up towards the heart. Is another good area. If you get a lot of ankle swelling, same thing, you can put it just like on the top of your foot and then just working it up towards the heart. It's always kind of the goal there. Of course, if there's ever any questions, reach out. This is again just personally how I use my lymphatic cream. You can find multiple different ways to use it, and then the best time to use it is right after either like washing your face or a shower, when those pores and skin is relaxed and open for the maximum absorption and getting that in. And remember to drink your water.